Van life can suck. Absolutely suck. Sometimes.
Yeah, don't get us wrong, we love our Kombi home. This is not the first vehicle that we've lived in, and it sure as heck won't be the last. We have over half a decade living the van life, and our roots stretch way back before hashtags and Instagram were even a thing.
That said, it isn't easy, and there is an ugly side of van life. The side that rarely gets shown on Facebook and Instagram.
We kind of feel like it's our responsibility to share this with you guys because we are part of the problem. You know, we show everybody these awesome pictures of us waking up in great locations, but that is only part of the story. And here on Kombi Life, we try to share with you the entire adventure. So without further ado, here are our top 10 reasons why van life sucks. Number 1. What is it?
You will stink. Unless your van has this like magical power where it just doesn't stink.
Most vans have either no shower or a limited water supply, which means you can sometimes go weeks without a proper shower and months without a bath. This just means you have to improvise.
We love those rare days where we find a hot spring or anything that resembles a bath, even if it is an icy glacial-fed lake. But it can never replace a real shower, and it's important to know where to find them and what your options are to keep clean on the road. But that's a subject for another video.
Indeed it is. On with number 2, the dreaded knock at 2 AM in the morning. Stealth camping is the number 2 item on our things that suck about van life list. Moving from place to place can be tiring, especially when you're constantly looking for free and safe places to sleep. In a lot of places, I'll be honest, it's difficult to find a free place to camp overnight. This is particularly the case for the USA, Canada, Western Europe, Australia and New Zealand. Obviously rural areas are always easier to find a place, but when you arrive in a new city at night, it can be really challenging. Often your only option is to join the RV masses in boondock at a supermarket car park, which to be honest is not our favourite part about van life.
Next one is a really hard one for me. It is making and keeping friends on the road. Yes, you meet a lot of people on the road, but unless you can convince them to come and sleep squashed up in the back of your van with you, you're rarely going to get to spend much time with people when you're always on the move. Especially if you don't have a furry companion.
Ava!
Or a human one.
Look how dusty she is. Jesus.
Another thing that sucks about van life is the dirty dog.
And that is also a subject for another video.
So planning to have people time and making that extra bit of effort to stay connected to friends and family will make van life a whole lot easier.
Number 4, making money and working on the road. It adds an extra element of a challenge to your life if you're actually doing that out of a vehicle. 2 of the most common ways to make money as a van lifer is either A, being a digital nomad, or B, finding or following work around the map. Many people are aiming to become digital nomads as it allows you to work from anywhere, but that doesn't mean it isn't tough. If you don't have a constant power supply and Wi-Fi, it can be a pain in the butt to constantly be searching for a connection and an outlet. Setting up your rig with solar is great, but unless you have a powerful system, it isn't going to be sufficient for you to work full time enough to generate the kind of coin that you might be needing to get across the map. In reality, if you rely heavily on the internet for work, as we do, you'll find that coverage is most reliable in the more populated areas. And these generally aren't our favourite place to camp. If you're working a traditional job, coming home to a van isn't exactly the most comfortable place to come, especially if it's a really dirty job that you're working. You may find yourself missing a nice hot shower at the end of the day.
God darn hippie gypsies! Number 5 is people's reactions. Living in a vehicle, especially a VW bus, automatically makes you a hippie or a bum in the eyes of someone. This rarely happens, and we often find that if you give them a smile and start up a conversation, they often drop judgment. Except for that one time.
The other day I was called a cockroach when I opened my eyes in the morning because I was parked outside my friend's house. And the other time the policeman moved us on at like 2 o'clock in the morning and basically knocked on our door and said, "Your kind's not welcome here in middle class America."
Yeah.
Number 6. It's the van life shuffle. If you don't know what it is, it goes a little bit something like this. The van life shuffle is what we unlovingly call the art of moving everything around when we turn the van between kitchen mode, lounge mode, office mode and sleep mode. This is when you can call yourself a minimalist because you really have no other choice than to carry absolutely what you need and nothing else. Most of the stuff we have in this van actually has at least 2 or 3 purposes. Like Leah, she can cook, she can clean. Oh, that was kind of hard. I thought it was gonna be.
Speaking of space, cabin fever is next on the list. You don't realise how difficult this is until you've been up in Alaska stuck in the rain for 5 days. Just take a moment to think about this. You're in a cosy van and can't go outside because as soon as you open those doors, your house gets wet, you get wet, and everything stays wet, creating a steamy pit of condensation. And not very happy campers.
Very unhappy campers, actually.
But if you plan your rig well, you can dramatically improve this from happening.
Number 8. 8. When the hits the fan. It's great living the van life and living a mobile lifestyle and being nomadic and being able to go wherever you want to go. But when your vehicle does not want to go, that is when it sucks the most. You guys will know better than anybody how frustrating it can be when your vehicle lets you down. I spent literally a year living in various mechanics, learning how to look after this vehicle, and that was quite frustrating, I'll be honest. Basically, you guys are going to need either some mechanical knowledge, wrench skills, a pretty decent rescue service, or a heck of a lot of money to look after your van if the shit hits the fan.
Number 9 is space, personal space, which doesn't exist in a van.
Yeah, come on.
There is no such thing as personal space in a van, believe us, we know.
Number 10 on our list, and we better hurry up because as you can see it's getting a little bit dark in the Kombi and we have to go back to number 2 and find a nice safe place to sleep tonight for free. But number 10 is burnout. Yes, burnout. That's basically when you've been living in your van for a long period of time and you get really tired and you have no escape because you sold all your stuff and you no longer have an apartment. So planning regular breaks from van life, coincide that with the crappy seasons when it's snowing and stuff outside. You know, maybe do it once for experience, but try not to live in your van in winter, guys. It's just not that much fun.
It sucks.
We have actually put together a van life book that helps new people that are wanting to live the van life or just getting into the van life deal with all of these things. We've put together all of our advice and experience into one book which takes you through planning van life, living van life, and most importantly where we think we add the most value, lasting at van life. You know, if it's something you want to do for a long period of time, we've come up against all these hurdles and we've put all of this stuff into this ebook, which is available somewhere around here. So if you want that, go get it. It's worth a read. It's pretty cheap for all the information that's in there and it took us about a year to put it together. So anyway guys, thanks very much. If you have some things that suck for you on van life, I would love to know what those are. If you can think of things that really suck about van life for you, please leave them in the comments below. We'll be checking all that out. Until next time guys.
Happy travels.
My life. I'm the happy travel man. I'm the happy travel man. She stole my life.
11 things that suck about van life.
Yeah.
Ben's whinging.
I'm British, what can I say? British people who like to moan.